we make it? Are we here?
Good morning.
Good morning. It is April 1st, y'all. It is April 1st. It seems like we just celebrated Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what I would have on Christmas morning.
Yes. Yes.
I just came down. Where's my pipe, right? I don't want to have that old man look.
Right.
I mean, where's my coffee? Because it's that kind of morning. I didn't even get a chance yet to make coffee this morning. And so it's like, what do I do with my lips?
Right.
You know, and my hands.
You need something to hold.
Yes.
You need something. Oh, my gosh.
It's not happening. Y'all, we're in our PJs. We took a PJ day.
That's right.
Let's talk about our outfits. Miss Darian, tell us everything.
Actually, this is my daughter's onesie.
No.
This is my daughter's onesie. This is what she wore for Halloween. She wanted to be, I was about to say Boo Boo Kitty. It's Hello. It's Hello Kitty.
Alicia's off over there
Hello
like,
Kitty.
that's not even
Yes.
right.
Yes, it is Hello Kitty, and it's actually quite comfortable.
It looks comfortable.
I've never done the whole onesie thing. It doesn't have the feet in, which is good because I would really be burning.
Yep.
But
Look at the accent, though. See how she's got this?
Oh,
on her
yeah,
hair?
it's an outfit. One thing about Miss Darian, it's always going to be a
comfy.
fit.
yeah, girl, I had to swoop it up.
Well, shout out Alicia for letting you borrow those fantastic pajamas.
Yes, I know. They are very comfortable. I am going to change those immediately following the broadcast.
Same here.
Chancellor, we are changing.
Yes, we'll be in business casual. All right, Ryan, talk to us.
Oh, yeah. One sock off, one sock on. Plaid robe.
Bedhead.
Pajamas.
I can see a little crust in his eye. He just literally rolled out of bed.
Oh,
Look,
yeah.
y'all said pajamas. I was like, this is going to be an easy morning for me, let me tell you.
Right.
Go ahead, Cameron.
Well, I'm repping the robe too, and this thing is hot, and this is also my fiance's robe. I did not ask him if I could borrow it, so surprise, he's probably watching.
He's probably saying, that looks familiar.
Yeah, so I just grabbed it this morning, but I also, Miss Darian said I wasn't wearing pajamas, but this is what I sleep in, y'all. I sleep in my sweatpants and like a t-shirt, and for today I have a Delta t-shirt.
Look at that.
So repping LDCC even when I'm sleeping. So
yeah, she did
That's
not come
my
to work
commitment.
looking as homely as I did in this onesie. So I'm not appreciating that very much.
No.
But I expected, matted eyes and
next time when y'all say pajama
grunge
day, I'll pull up like Ryan.
pajamas.
I'll be like, snoozing almost. Yep.
yeah, like Ryan did. I mean, Ryan has the spirit.
Tis the season. Right?
Spring break.
If we're going to do it, we're going to do it right. Yeah,
There
I
you
wish I
go.
was home with everybody else, don't you?
Oh my gosh!
That would
I'm
be
telling you, we went out of town over the weekend, and I had my alarms turned off, because Friday was a holiday, and so we weren't here, and so last night I forgot to turn my alarm back on, and so I woke up like at 2.
Oh, no.
I woke up at 2 to go to the bathroom,
Yeah.
and so I was thinking, okay, cool, I have like an hour and 45 minutes.
Yes.
Before I have to be back up. And when I woke up, it was like 5 o'clock. I was like, oh my God,
Yeah.
I'm late. I don't have that, I don't have that much time to get ready. So I'm going to Alicia's room. Get up! Get up!
No.
So a classic Monday morning.
Oh
this morning.
my goodness, it was wild. That completely threw me off, waking up that late. But anyways, yeah, I could have been home this week.
Yeah.
Because that sleeping in
Here's
felt
a question
good.
for the viewers, because there's a lot of viewers out there right now.
What's
the question
up?
is, what are y'all doing this morning? Like, I'm glad that y'all are up.
It's like, why though?
Why?
Why?
What's going on?
It's 8 o'clock.
Or do you have your favorite beverage right now?
I know, and they are probably in their pajamas.
Yeah.
Probably so. We don't need to see pics, though. Don't send any pics.
Ours is rough enough. Rough enough. I don't think I'll be able to live this one down, but
Yeah, I'll forever remember you in this. And in your badge. For some reason, you had to be official, so you put your name badge
I
on.
forgot to take my badge off. I did.
I did
forgot
too.
To
I
take
think.
my badge off.
Nope, mine's in my pocket. I took it off.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Put it in my pocket.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so as we are easing very roughly into this podcast this
Yes.
morning,
Very.
I mean dragging,
yeah.
dragging. All right, what we got up? Oh,
We have our
what's-
question of the day.
Question of the day. Question of the day.
Question of the day
Da-da-da-da-da.
should have been: would we rather be at home this morning?
Would you
Well-
rather? That would have been an easy one. The show would not have happened.
Yes, I still have my earpiece in. No wonder I couldn't hear very well. Oh, wow,
Can we just
it
stop?
is rough. I mean, seriously,
just
like it is really rough this morning. Okay, question of the day.
What is the question of the day?
Have you ever thought of what your future baby would be named? First of all, in the words of Alicia, second of all, because she never says first, she always skips straight to, and second of all, that's not even a possibility. Oh my gosh, that would be such a cruel joke. Well, it would be an impossibility at this point in my life, but yeah,
Louisiana
no.
Delta family, we love y'all. They have to know this right now.
Mm-hmm.
They have to know that we absolutely adore and love them and love what we do to be doing this right now, because this is just falling apart already, and we're not even
mean,
6 minutes in.
You know, I think Cameron this is a Cameron question. Are you planning on having any more children? Because you have like teenage. I mean, you have one in college, and the other one's
On
about
his
to be.
way, huh?
You're getting close, very close.
Are
That
you
is
sure
it.
you don't want another one, Ryan?
Do not make me say something I shouldn't say on live stream television, okay? No. I'm done. It's over. But thank you.
Cameron.
Got two beautiful kiddos.
Yeah,
Thank
there
you.
we go. We don't regret the ones we got, but
So
hey,
y'all,
no
yeah,
more.
Y'all are done.
No
That's it.
more. So tell us, Cameron,
Yeah.
what names have you thought about? Have you thought about names?
Um,
Jake is probably
yes.
like, oh my God, we're not even married yet, and she's already thinking kids.
We have talked about it before, and he has a really good idea. Well, he has an idea for a boy name.
Here we go. It's a
It's a good
Already
idea.
there's
I'm
problems.
not. It's kind of like okay, if I get to name the girl what I want to name her, then maybe he can do that with the boy name. But so there's this comic book character named Jason Todd, and Jake's middle
Oh, I
name
remember-
is
yeah.
Todd, and so he wants.
Oh, that's
to,
cool.
Yeah, he wants to like name it kind of and pay homage to like his love for comic books, and then also to his family, as Todd is a recurring name. And I'm like, okay, I feel like I can get on board with that, but I really like the girl name Daphne. I feel like I don't meet a lot of Daphnes, so it just feels kind of classic, also kind of Scooby-Doo, but
I was
can
about
look
to
past
say
that.
Scooby-Doo knows a Daphne.
But
Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Where are you?
yeah, Daphne. Daphne is a pretty name, so I like that one. We'll see.
Kidding me. Well, there's
There
the
was a-
mic.
There is. Oh my! What is going
What
on with
I do not know, Ryan. What is the deal?
Anyway,
There's a
y'all,
reference
so
line for you. I just want to let you know. So whenever you give these weird looks off camera, just make sure you look at the reference monitor and make sure that their look is not on the stream. Okay.
Did
Because
they catch
I'm
that?
like flashing these mama looks like, you better close it.
We do want to give a special shout out to Matt Napper, who is watching. Thank you, Matt.
What's up,
The
Matt?
question goes
Matt,
to
you
you
are
as well.
watching
If
this
you were to
train
have
wreck this morning.
any more kiddos, because I think they have 5, right? Matt's family.
Oh, I
It's a
don't
big-
know.
It is a big family. I think that's what he
But
said.
if you were to
when he
have
was
another
on.
one, Matt, put in the chat what the next baby's name would be.
Matt's typing, oh no, Jesus.
Well, here's a question for y'all.
yeah.
If y'all are to get a pet,
No,
what would you name
No.
the pet?
no.
What's a good pet name? No pet.
We're not, no. That's about as bad as a baby. No.
I mean, do you realize the
Nothing.
responsibility involved in having
I
a pet?
know. We like to get up and go. We don't want to have to think about,
Okay. What about
Care.
Pet Rock? What would y'all name your pet Rock?
that's a good idea. Because, I actually did the last time we were at the new property, I got a rock and brought it back. And it's just a reminder, and it's just like a kind of a point of contact connection with the property. And so anyways, but I didn't name it because, that would
just called
be a little
Rock.
weird for me.
Rock is a name.
It's, hey, Rock.
Yeah,
Are y'all the type to name your vehicles?
No.
No.
I have actually. I'm trying to remember.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, but I haven't named one recently. But there was a. There was a name. My mom used to do that. Oh, okay, way back in the day, there was a Horizon, like a Pontiac type of car. I think it was called a Horizon. So my mom named her car Harvey the Horizon. It has to be alliteration.
Harvey the Horizon.
Yeah,
Wow.
and then we had another one. But gosh, I'm forgetting all the names, and we haven't named any since.
I don't typically name cars.
Yeah. But I tell you what, just to be fair, future baby names. So there was a name that floated for my son. His name is Malcolm. But we had thought about a couple of other names like Donovan. And
I like Donovan.
Yeah,
I have
'cause we had
a cousin named Donovan.
But we had a close family friend, and their kid's name was Donovan, so we couldn't copy.
Yeah.
And then I had a good buddy of mine named Dimitri in high school and
I like
college.
Dimitri too.
Yeah, that's
But
cool.
somebody else named their kid, so we're like, we got to be different. And
Yep.
and then there was also a Noah. Like Noah was an option too at one point, but my
Noah
wife
didn't make the cut.
No, my wife wasn't feeling that.
She wasn't feeling Noah. Yeah, Mama
Malcolm
ain't
is
feeling
cool,
it.
though.
But Malcolm,
Malcolm.
there's reasons for Malcolm that I won't get into on the show. It does go with Matt's M names though, because all of his kids start with the letter M.
All of ours
So
start
true.
with an
Matt,
A.
you're adopting my son now, I guess. Like you're an uncle now.
Yeah. Hey,
then,
just pay child support over to Ryan's house. Ryan's like, I can get with that.
Yeah.
Matt also said his pet rock name would be Peter. So thank you, Matt.
Yeah. See, we need
Peter,
Thank you.
that is biblical.
Yeah.
Peter.
There are more people
Upon
out there
this
watching
rock.
the show than Matt. So put your thoughts in the chat, people that are watching the
Don't
show.
be shy.
Don't be shy. This is what makes it fun.
Amber was almost an Ashley, but for the same reasons that you didn't use two of yours, we didn't use Ashley because there were a couple of other Ashleys in the family.
Oh, gotcha. I like Amber though.
Yes.
It fits her, I guess, because it's been who she is for so long.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Let's keep it moving.
Let's go. We are going on to the news.
All right. The news. What's going on in the news, Cameron?
Well, we have a lot going on in the news this episode. So first, we had a very special episode of the Morning Blend last week with Congresswoman
Yes.
Julia Letlow.
Yes, we did.
And we talked about something very important with her that everybody who works, as a public servant, everybody who works for the state needs to know about. And I have a little clip here just to kind of give you a taste, but it is up on our YouTube channel for everyone to see at any time. But here's the clip.
Back to your question about what exactly is the windfall elimination provision and the government pension offset. And so take, for example, if you were you were a public servant or you worked for the state, or you were a teacher, you were a firefighter. Let's go back even 20 years ago. You're a firefighter bringing home 29,000 tops for your family. So you did the right thing. You went and found supplemental pay in the private sector. And so just because you did that, just because you were a public servant, you went into the private sector, you paid in all of your quarters to Social Security, but simply because you were a public servant, you go to retire and you do not receive your full benefits. It can be
Exactly.
slashed up to 60%.
Yeah.
And a lot of public servants don't know this until they go to retire and receive their benefits.
All right.
Yeah,
That's really need to hop on and look at after you finish watching it this morning.
Oh, yeah. Stay on.
and watch the full episode. It was really some great information that Congresswoman Letlow shared, and I would encourage everyone to reach out to the chair of the Ways and Means Committee in D.C. and make it known that you want WEP overturned. They're making some headways during this congressional year. And we want them to fully turn this thing over so that we can receive our full Social Security, monies when we're eligible for
Yep.
them, and also to be able to receive our spousal benefits if we are married to someone who has not worked for the state of Louisiana and hasn't contributed to our state retirement system.
I think what was telling in the interview was that it's not just a Louisiana issue.
No.
There are other states that
She
have
said
the same
13
situation.
states total.
Yeah. So, but we just happen to be fighting probably harder than anyone else to get these laws overturned, so that something that we pay into, we should be able to extract that reward when it's all said and done and when we retire.
Exactly.
I think members of those other 12 states, Louisiana being the 13th, have all signed on to that bill. In fact, she says there are 308 people who have signed on out of 435. So, I mean, it has a pretty good bit of support behind it. And there have been testimonies in Washington in regards to WEP and its effect on the citizens who are impacted by it. So, we just need them to do the right thing. Figure it out. I mean,
Absolutely.
Figure it out. What we know is that we've contributed to Social Security, and we want to be able to draw what we've put in.
That's right.
Absolutely. And we will have all the links that you need to show support. Like Ms. Darian was alluding to, we'll have all the links in that description after the episode's over. And also, another great way to support this is just to be aware and also to spread awareness. So tell everybody even if they don't necessarily work in the public sector, just make people aware of what's going on, because the more people who know, the more attention this is going to get, which is important for the process of it being overturned. So.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Up next, speaking of something turning,
Whoa, the segues continue.
the solar eclipse is happening on April 8th, which
That's
is
a week from today.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and our Math and Natural Science department is providing special glasses so you can see the eclipse, and also information
please don't look at it
packets.
head on. I mean,
Do not
face
do
on,
that.
full eyes, please. I mean, because that really is a dangerous thing to do.
Yeah.
We will have glasses thanks to the Math and Science
Yeah,
department.
special shout out to Clint Creech. He's been
Yes,
on
Clint.
it, ordering the right glasses, because there are some cheap glasses that can actually end up not protecting your eyes, and you'll end
Oh
up getting
my
hurt.
gosh.
Oh my
So,
gosh.
but he got the right glasses, and he's distributing them all across our campuses, across the LDCC ecosystem.
Yeah, so check with you all. I know when I sent that email out about that last week, some of you replied back and wanted to know how you can get access to those. Clint is making those available to all of the campus directors at each of the campuses. So check with your person, and then on the Monroe campus, check with the Math and Science department to be able to gain access to yours. They also have a couple of handouts that are pretty helpful too.
Yes, and on the handout, it explains kind of how the eclipse is going across the U.S., so we will be able to kind of see the overlap from where we're at, but you will only be able to see the full eclipse where this line is that you can see on your screen. So like through Texas, through Arkansas.
I feel like we're looking at a weather map or something. But
I know it does very much feel that
What
way.
storm is that?
Right, like, we're having, winds from the east or whatever. But we're in Louisiana, we're pretty close to the line, so we'll be able to see a pretty good overlap.
Yeah.
So don't be discouraged. We'll still be able to see some cool action. And I think Clint said this is the only one that we'll have for another 20 years or something.
I think it was 24 years, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong on that, but I think the number was 24.
Yep.
Also, I needed my coffee this morning.
Can I put the graphic back up?
Man, no, I just need to walk over to the coffee machine and just. And
I
here's the
wish we had a
kicker.
commercial break.
My Walmart order this time, I remembered to get my butter pecan creamer.
Yeah.
And I was looking so forward to trying, to having that in my coffee, not trying it because I already know what it tastes like. But I was looking so forward to having that in my coffee. Plus, I'm so hungry this morning. I didn't do breakfast because I woke up late. But anyways.
You're struggling. You're on the struggle bus.
Struggling. But here's the thing. So on the handouts that Clint is providing for everyone, the times are listed across that path, when the eclipse is going to happen, so you'll know exactly when to, have your eyes towards the sky.
Yep.
Also, it's so exciting because Clint will actually be in Dallas, in the Dallas area, I think, for this. I'm not sure if it's in the Dallas area, but I do know that he'll be in Texas.
Somewhere
and I think
along that
Frank
line.
Boone, is Frank Boone going?
I think I heard that he was going to Arkansas, maybe.
Okay. Yeah, to be able to see it too. So, I mean, gosh, maybe we can do a special broadcast. I don't know. We have to talk about that offline.
Yeah.
See if we can maybe do a delayed morning blend, maybe do an afternoon blend next week.
That would be cool.
Maybe we should be on site. Maybe we should just do a remote.
No, hey, I wouldn't hate it.
I wouldn't either.
I wouldn't hate it. How about that, Chancellor?
Wink.
Yes.
Well, that is the news on the solar eclipse. So, but yeah, keep an eye out for handing out those special glasses because, like we said, you definitely need those to watch. And so we're so excited about that. And
Something else we're excited about.
Something else we're excited about is our keynote speaker
Woo-hoo!
for graduation
Go,
has been announced.
Yay!
SGA President David Payne.
David.
We
Mr.
are-
Professional.
Yes.
Always
Oh,
dressed
let me
sharp.
tell you, that professionalism went way to the side when he found out that he was being considered for graduation keynote speaker. Oh my goodness, that excitement just burst out of every
Yes.
pore in his body.
He was like, Cameron, I got to tell you something, and took me aside. And then he just yelled it. I don't know why he thought he was about to whisper it to me. And then we were
was
like,
so thrilled.
excited.
I
Yeah.
know, I was thrilled for him. He's going to be fantastic.
I'm throwing that
Absolutely.
graphic back up there because y'all need to know who this guy is.
If you don't know who he
Don't
is,
tell
where
his
you
whole
been?
story now
I'm
because
not
he's
gonna-
going to
look,
tell it at graduation.
That's right. But y'all come to graduation. Even if you don't have anybody graduating, come to graduation to hear David
Yes.
Payne's story.
Absolutely.
Great story.
Absolutely. Congratulations, David. And speaking of congratulations,
Yes.
we have another group to congratulate.
Yes.
Yes.
Gold program
Woo!
completers.
Excellent.
Yes.
Congratulations to, and I'm going to say their names because they deserve
Say
the
their name.
recognition.
Say their name.
Sharon Jones, Orlandon Williams, Julie Salter, Tracy Everett, Jody Cooper, Andrea Epinette, Crystal Gaines, Whitney Smith, Naja Haney, Melissa Lacoste, and Hannah Ron.
Congratulations, y'all. Yay.
It was
so proud of y'all.
awesome to go to the gold completion ceremony where we got to hear their presentations. Just such a
Yes.
talented group of individuals with
And
great ideas.
And I was about to say wonderful insight too on how, because all of their projects had to convey some way that our current systems could be improved, whether it was something existing or whether it was something new. Also, big shout out to Deanne
yes.
for heading up
Absolutely.
this effort and having the vision for it. I mean, it was such a huge undertaking because we hadn't done it before. And anytime you're trying to conceptualize something for the first time, the
Starting from
big
scratch.
idea is easy, but she had to build it from the ground up. So
Yes.
you just want to appreciate her for that, because that was a ton of work,
Absolutely.
more than any of us realized, the number of hours and the time and the sweat equity that she put into it. So shout out to you, Deanne.
Yeah,
Great job.
Absolutely.
Go put that graphic back up there one more time. These guys
Look
are
at
great.
these beautiful people. And it was a year-long program, so they put that dedication in. There was a lot of work that went into it, a lot of self-reflection, a lot of learning skills, unlearning things, really digging deep to get those leadership skills.
And
And
just
it's
in
only
case-
going to get better. I
Yeah.
mean, it really will. It will just get better.
And just in case you don't know, GOLD stands for Growing Our Leaders at Delta.
Yes.
And so that was, again, an effort to get just everybody on a good page,
Yep.
and thinking ahead in their careers, challenging them and moving them forward. So it's really been
Yes.
great. Okay, we're done, I guess.
We are so proud.
We're
and
so proud of
excited.
that we just
We
want to
are
keep talking
proud.
about it.
Yeah, right. We could talk
We
about
really
it
are proud
literally
of
the rest
that.
of the episode. We're so proud of y'all, and we also, in the same vein as professional development, Community College Week is going to have a lot in store for us. One of those things being the Mark Perna presentation, Unleashing Passion, Purpose, and Performance in Younger Generations. And I also just wanted to give a little bit. I've never seen him speak before.
Neither have I.
Yeah, I don't think y'all have. So I will just give a little background on him. Mark C. Perna is the founder and CEO of TFS Results, a full-service strategic consulting firm. And it's kind of in the vein of like education and workforce development. He is a generational and performance expert. He's spoken at Harvard University, delivers 70 plus in-person and virtual keynotes annually across North America. He writes weekly for Forbes.com, which I thought that was pretty cool. Where he reaches an audience of 3.3 million. He has a micro podcast, which I've never heard of that before, a micro podcast. But it's called the Perna Syndicate and is heard in more than 60 countries every weekday. He also serves on the advisory council for the Coalition for Career Development in Washington, D.C. And he also has a book called Answering Why, which has won 8 national awards. So he
Interesting.
Has a really just vivacious professional resume is what I'm looking at. And so I'm excited to hear him speak. I've heard a lot of good things about him. So
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that too. I've never heard him speak.
Yeah, he's spoken at many prestigious organizations, including Harvard University. So, when you get to speak at an Ivy League or do a keynote at an Ivy League school, you're doing something really good. So,
Yeah.
congrats. Many years, I think over 25 years of experience looking at this. So, yeah, just to add on to what you're saying, if you can be there, please be there. 1 to 3, isn't he giving 2 presentations, but the one from 1 to 3 is for which audience? Is that?
From 1 to 3 is open to the community. So
Okay.
anyone can come to listen to that talk, but I think the morning session is for our LDCC. I think it's geared toward our faculty. So
Okay.
Okay, cool beans. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Y'all, we have been on a roll. Last week was amazing. I mean,
Yes.
it was amazing here at LDCC. And then we're rolling up on Mike Perna, and so that's going to be great. So, yeah, shout out to, I think Nathan is bringing him in. Is that Nathan Hall's production deal? So, yeah, shout out to all the people who are thinking kind of outside the box and looking at ways to cultivate growth and instill excitement and value in LDCC.
absolutely.
Big frickin' kudos.
And you're right. We have had a great past couple of weeks, actually. The week before last was also
Yes, it sure
really
was.
robust with events.
It
know,
was.
we've been,
We've been rolling.
It's been crazy. So, but amazing. And so our In Case You Missed It is like 10 slides long, but
I just
we're going to go through it.
But hold on, before we go there, I want to let you know that Nathan Hall is watching. And he says that 9 a.m. is mainly for educators. We're also inviting our K-12 partners to that one as
Thank
well.
you for that correction.
Yeah, this is why we need people to watch. We need fact checkers.
Yeah, right.
So at real time, we can make the corrections we need to make. Thank you, Nathan, for
Yes,
saying that.
thank you.
And thank you for putting it together.
That's right.
All right. I want to give a real quick talking about the things that has happened over the last week. Cameron has been kicking butt.
Yeah.
Can we say that on
Absolutely.
there?
Yeah.
Whoop, whoop. We don't even have to put her picture up because, like, she's right there.
In
There we go. Boom.
The videos have
She's turning
been
red, y'all.
amazing.
Oh, my
If
goodness.
y'all have not been catching the videos online on our social platforms,
For Women's Month, for sure.
oh my gosh, go back and check them out. It's been amazing.
It was a team effort. I want to thank everyone who was willing to be interviewed. It takes a lot to want to be on camera and tell your story. So thank y'all so much for letting me track you down and ask you questions. And it was just fun to get to know all the women that we work with. So
Yeah.
it was definitely a team effort for our department. Miss Darian, did just amazing job interviewing too. And yeah, it was really fun. I'm looking forward to doing more campaigns like this, keep it going and celebrating the people that we have right here around us and knowing those stories because it's important to know who you work with, y'all.
We missed a couple of people for Women's Month, right?
We missed a lot of
yes.
people.
I'm
Oh,
pointing
no.
at y'all,
Oh, no,
too.
no, no, no.
They see us all the
Hey,
time.
right. I'm like, we're
Yeah,
on here
yeah,
every
they
Monday
see us all the time.
morning. Yeah. There ain't no point.
Yeah, but
People
we
know
did.
everything.
We couldn't get everybody, but we got quite a few people, and
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 speaking,
there's always next year.
yeah. So if you didn't get chosen, or for some reason there was we just overlooked, please, raise your hand. I'm looking at a comment from Rhonda Lindsay. It's not really a comment. It's more of a hand clap and hooray, kudos. So Rhonda Lindsay, our testing coordinator.
Yes.
Thank you.
our
We also-
neighbor.
Yeah,
Yes,
right.
she's
Cheryl
right
Wall.
there.
We also have now some of y'all on YouTube. I just want to let you know, look at what your YouTube handle says, because there is someone who also gave a hand clap,
A.
but we don't know who A is.
Is that that's from Pretty Little Liars, by the way.
I remember. Oh, my kids used to watch that. Oh my!
I never watched
goodness.
it, but I know. I'm like, A is the.
Yes.
So I guess Pretty Little Liars is on.
So if you would mind changing your handle to reflect more of your name, at least while you're on this show. While
Or
you're
they could
participating, we
just
appreciate
they
you.
could just type in and tell us who
You
it is.
could as well.
You
But
know?
we appreciate all the viewership. Today's been really great as far as viewership is concerned.
Yes.
So we thank you. Okay, I know we need to move on.
To
Yeah.
In Case You Missed It.
In case you missed it.
All right, so let me pull up. Let's
we have a
start.
ton for in case you missed it.
So I'm going to let Miss Darian talk about this one. I have a picture up from the Women's Symposium at ULM.
Yeah, so Patience Talley, our Ruston and Jonesboro campus director, it was actually the chair for this year's Women's Symposium that is
Congratulations to her.
hosted by ULM. There have been LDCC folks who have been a part of the panel last year. I know Dr. Wendy Tostenson was a part of the panel. I was a part of the panel a few years back. And it's just a wonderful gathering of women. It's a great networking opportunity. It's a place where you can really go and hear women issues raw and unfiltered. I mean, it's just given to you straight. And there's such a wide array of topics that that they address through the Women's Symposium. I mean, it was fantastic. I served on the board this year and will serve next year. And so I got a chance to see up close, the under and workings and the behind the scene workings of it.
Yeah.
And it's really, really neat. And the keynote speaker this year was phenomenal. And they give out awards for different things every year.
Awesome.
So it's free to students, and there's a reduced fee for employees. But it really is worth the investment of going, and then you also have lunch too while you're there.
Absolutely. That is awesome. And just more Women's History Month things that we're doing all the things
All the
here in
things.
Northeast Louisiana.
Speaking of women's history, Mary Hoggett, Associate Registrar for LDCC, just says, I'm listening too. So shout out to Mary.
Shout out, Mary.
All the
We
ladies
love
are
you.
watching today. Thank you so much for y'all for tuning in.
Oh my gosh, I love Mary. She was just like, yep, I'm here too. I love that.
Those little boys of hers are adorable.
Oh, aren't they? Oh my gosh. Next up, we also had our first Nights Fest of the spring season.
right.
Yes,
Well,
we
our first
did.
two. So first we have Ruston. They had Mexican cuisine and just some good food. Naja always gets some good food.
all the
Naja
good
really
food.
does. Her events are always so top notch.
Oh yeah, I love attending theirs. I mean, she just really thinks of everything and is
She
always
does.
prepared. So shout out her, and she also did Jonesboro's Nights Fest.
All right.
And you'd also see Samantha Huckabee, which is the new front desk manager at Jonesboro. And I actually interviewed her.
I was about to say I saw her interview.
Yes. So if you want to get to know the new front desk manager at Jonesboro, we have a video of her up. But yeah, Nights Fest in Jonesboro also looked like a grand old time. So celebrating the spring season coming underway.
Yay, good deal.
That's right. And plenty more Nights Fest to come on
It
all
sure
the various
is.
campuses. So we're happy to hear that that's going to be a
And
Yeah.
remember, all the T-shirts are the same this year. They are all working in unison
I
on
love
that.
it.
Do I hear one Delta?
One Delta, baby. One
Ooh,
Delta.
I love it.
One Delta.
And one Delta with us having the MLT lab ribbon cutting.
Yeah.
Now, let me tell you about a star.
Wait, we're not in the let me tell you section
I
yet.
know.
We're
What you gotta say
skipping.
to
I just jumped sections.
That's fine. We're in it
Let
now.
me tell you about this star, Alicia Jones.
Dr. Jones.
Dr. Jones, oh my gosh, were her comments not totally inspirational?
Oh my gosh.
I mean, phenomenal. I mean, she made you really want to go ahead and register for the program.
Really?
I don't even need that degree, but you know.
You're like,
You know,
you know what? I want her to be my teacher.
I'm thinking, yeah, I could do this.
Yeah.
I could do this. Yeah, Dr. Jones, extremely impressive. And we are so fortunate to have her.
Agreed. And so humble and always walks in humility too. Her thank you speech was just moving too. And so, but she's amazing. She deserves so much praise and stuff for what she's done here, especially at the medical lab. It looks great in there, y'all. It's
Yeah.
going to be awesome for the fall. So,
And this is something else that, is being built from the ground because we've not had this program. So this is, our first one out the gate. And so she's having to build it.
yes.
So thank God for people with vision.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
and who can do it all like that, the details and the big picture.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Next, celebrating women. I felt like we were celebrating women with the MLT
Hey,
lab
it was a whole
too.
month-long event.
Yes. We had a Women's History Month program series here in LDCC Monroe. And Miss Darian is looking at the picture of herself like, what in the heck did Cameron put on there?
Right. I had to come out the glasses because these
you
are the
were
see
doing
up close
something
glasses.
with your hand. I was like, well, this is going to be a great picture. So I got it, and
Yes,
we had to
you
share
did.
it. And you can see to the right our amazing panel that we had at that
They
event,
were
too.
awesome. And so transparent and
Yes.
vulnerable. I appreciate that because, it's not, I heard Kirk Franklin say this one time that, he realized that people weren't all that moved by all the things that he got right or the victories that he's had in his life. But when he was vulnerable and transparent and shared about the things that he didn't get right and he shared his struggles, people were moved by that. And these ladies stepped out in that area without any hesitation, and they revealed themselves. I mean, their whole selves. And we have to feel okay as humans about doing that because it's all of our experiences that make us, and we don't have to feel enslaved, imprisoned, ashamed,
Right.
by places that we've been in our lives or the things that we've done, because every moment is another moment that you can make different choices and
Yeah.
evolve. And so I so appreciate them for being willing to share their whole story.
Me too. And it I think it was talked about during the panel that, who we are is like all of our experience make us who we are. And I know I got a whole lot from just hearing each of those women's testimonies. Just knowing, oh, well, I'm not the only one who struggles. I'm not the only one who, even these women who, look like they have it all together and everything, like so successful, just really successful group, knowing like, hey, we're people too. And
Yeah.
we struggle, we have, problems, and we, our insecurities or whatever, but this is how I overcame it. And so it's
Yeah.
just great how as women we can get together and kind of show each other tools that, others need. And I got a lot out of it.
It
so.
sounds like we don't have enough conversations like this.
That was
Right.
one of the comments that came out of those 2 days of events was
Yep.
that we need to do this more often. And Cameron, you were saying, about how they, talked about their struggles and how they came out of it. Some things, and I appreciate them being honest, they're still a work in progress, as we
Yes.
all are. Because I think it was important for them to share that because as people are listening, it's important to realize I don't know that we ever get to a space in life where we say we've arrived. This is it. I'm
Right.
done growing in this area. I've reached my absolute best.
I'm perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's always a new challenge and another stage or platform to get to where, there's a different degree of growth. And so, it is what it is, and we have to, it's best for us to just embrace it and roll with it and just choose to grow.
Exactly. And I definitely want to also shout out the roundtable event. That was such a great idea. I think we need to do
Yeah.
that, make that a yearly thing, because everyone who came to that they were just so happy that they were able to sit down and have that conversation. And it makes me realize, we don't always get those opportunities to talk deeply
Yeah.
or, truthfully with one another. So I was really happy about that event too. And shout out SGA, shout out Kirsten Brantley for
Kirsten, that was
chairing
her
that
first time to chair, and
Yes.
she did phenomenal.
Yep,
So
knocked it out of the
congrats, Kirsten.
Yes, and thank you, Dr. Thomas, for always being there to support events
She
like
is
that,
the backbone.
whatever she needs. So, thank you all so much for.
And
putting
did we
on
throw? I
those.
didn't pay attention, but did we put up pictures of our roundtable hosts?
Those two, I was combining them, and then I accidentally just put two.
So
panel
just want to
pictures,
shout
but yeah.
out those people: Latito Hutchinson from Senior VP from J.P. Morgan Chase.
Yep.
Our former HR director, Melissa Ducote, who's currently the HR director for ULM, was here. And then Amber Marshall, who
Yep.
is a customer service manager at Berry Plastics. And they all spoke to their current career expertise. Latito Hutchinson, the theme for the whole thing was a journey to your best self.
Yes.
And so I know Latito spoke to discovering your talents, I think it was, or your gifts, and how do you know how to utilize those gifts. And so that was really her jam, and the area that she really likes to speak to. I'm sure she did a wonderful job. And Melissa talked about how to bring your best self to interviews, and shared some insight on how people from the interview side see applicants. So that's invaluable information to know, because you want to know, how did I do? What did I miss? How did they see me? What are some things I could have done better
That
or
is so important,
different?
especially for students.
What about my resume? What are they looking for? Because that stuff changes.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes. And so I know she addressed, those things. And then Amber Marshall talked about soft skills, the importance of soft skills. Are they really important? I mean, everybody talks about it, but truly, is it really that important?
Right, right.
So, yes, she addressed that. So, yay.
Awesome events. So excited about those. And speaking about like interviewing resumes, Ruston and Jonesboro hosted a resume and cover letter workshop by Miss Julie Salter.
That is her jam.
Yes, very much.
She's so good at that.
Absolutely. And so I wasn't able to attend those, but it looks like they had a great turnout for each one, and some students, about to step out into the workforce, were able to get some valuable insights.
And
on
even
those
though
things.
Julie's title is changing, I actually asked her, because there was a student who was coming to me, a computer science student, asking, how can I get help with a cover letter and a resume? And I emailed Julie, and she said, oh, yeah, I'll still help. No problem. I'll help. I'm going to be here to help.
Of course, that's
wherever I
Julie's
can.
answer.
So,
yeah.
it was nice of her to continue to do the work
Yes.
of that office, of the Career Services Office, even though she's changing
Yeah.
gears a little bit. So
Yes,
kudos to Julie.
Kudos.
Continuing the mission.
Yepper.
And also kudos to Tracy Clark. So this is kind of an old one, because we've had a crazy couple of weeks. But Work Smarter, Not Harder workshop at West Monroe. I think that was on the 20th. And Tracy was representing the Department of Counseling and Disabilities by giving a great presentation about how to study. How do you effectively study, and gave it to a huge cafeteria full of students.
That's right. It was a
Oh,
packed house.
It
that's
was.
awesome.
Packed in West Monroe. I went.
It was.
And there was Chick-fil-A, so I was going to show up.
There was some Chick-fil-A.
But I went. And
While
she did
we're
a great
being
job.
vulnerable and transparent.
And she talked about that. She talked about procrastination. She talked about how we probably don't do as well as we think in multitasking.
Yes.
And
we
she gave
think-
out
we think we
prizes.
do.
Yeah, she gave out prizes while she was talking. I mean, it was a lot of
go
interactivity with it. So
Tracy.
she didn't just get up there and speak. And it was tough, because when you have a loud group, not a loud group, like it's busy in there. It's full.
Yep.
Everybody's eating. People want to visit with each other across the table. She's engaging with them, and she kept everything moving right along. It was really a phenomenal
sure did.
job that she did. So.
Go, Tracy.
Yes, she has a really special way with connecting with students like that, especially with the prizes. I mean, I was interacting because I was like, I want a piece of candy. So
That is funny.
yes, it was a great presentation. Next up, we have this trip to Washington, D.C., and if Matt's still on, he can speak to this if he wishes.
He's going to call in, right? Matt, call in. We'll put you on.
Right. He sent me a text about it, so let me pull that up real quick so I can tell y'all straight from the horse's mouth what it was. So this group went to the Capitol to meet with lawmakers about upcoming legislation and funding opportunities. This was a part of the ACTE, I don't know what that stands for, National Policy Seminar that that they had been attending that week. And so they had a picture, which I believe is up there, with Senator Bill Cassidy in the big picture. So they were able to go and do that amazing opportunity. We have Nathan Hall, Matt Napier, the Chancellor, Chancellor Randy Esters, and Deanne Kuiper. So awesome opportunity, y'all. And they gave me some really great pictures, too. Definitely go on our Facebook and Instagram and check those out.
Yeah,
All right.
And then more traveling. This group in our adult ed department attended the Adult Basic Education Conference in Nashville, Tennessee.
Nice photo.
Yeah, we got a good group that went, and I didn't hear much about it, but I'm glad that we have our people going out, learning, absorbing as much as they can. Conferences are so important. So we appreciate them venturing out to go get that information and, just participate in that professional development. So kudos to y'all. Mm-hmm. I don't know how to segue to an FFA district welding competition.
Well,
but
you just did. There we go.
But here
Guess
we are.
what we had?
So Ruston hosted an FFA. The FFA district welding competition. So they hosted Winsboro and Ruston hosted the area competitions.
Yes.
So this is like the next level that they hosted at Ruston. So
the district.
Yes, district. And then I think after that it's state, and then I think it goes to national level, y'all, which, I mean, that is awesome. Who knew? The world of welding. So that is amazing. It's just high school students coming in, using the facilities to have that competition, and then our students help, facilitate and organize things. So it's a great way
They learn a little about community service there.
Absolutely. And it's just a great way for high school students to come in, know more about us, have that as an option for them after they graduate. So make some connections. And then finally, after this long road of stuff happening, we have reached the end. Centric Credit Union, which I've been seeing them everywhere lately. They were at LDCC Day. Yeah. They came in and did a presentation at the Young Professionals with the Chamber, but they came in during the reoccurring class every week at Monroe for financial literacy and did a presentation for the students there that day. So Felicia said they did an amazing job. Shout out Felicia for setting this up, keeping those financial literacy classes going. You're doing amazing work.
Really important.
Especially, and also digital literacy certifications. That is amazing work that I know is helping our students. So.
Absolutely.
All right, that concludes our In Case You Missed It.
Yeah,
we had a lot happening.
Cameron, you need some water over there.
Right.
We had a lot to talk about.
Yeah, that was a ton. That shows we've been busy, y'all.
Yes, and this week is spring break, so not a lot but happening this week, but we do have some busy events for the next week. So let's talk about our upcoming events.
And our quick change artist.
Yes. Cameron's like, I am hot. These lights are hot. This robe is hot.
Yes, I'm just like, get this off of me. But, oh my gosh. Yes. So our first upcoming event, and these are just going to be some teasers. We'll have some more official information next week. But LDCC Community College Week is, oh my gosh, that's the wrong date on there.
Oh, taking it off.
Shoot. It's April 8th through the 12th. So
yes.
we have first for that. we'll have some rock and roll events. So
That was such a clever name. Love that theme.
it is
Love
awesome. Liz Ford is heading that effort up. They're going to have different pop-up enrollment booths at different locations, and we'll have all that information put out on social media before the end of this week.
And those that can't see what we're talking about, rock and roll as in ROCK, enroll, ENROLL, rock and roll.
Yes.
it. That is so cool.
I can read it here because it's on the paper, but
Right.
y'all might not know what we're talking about.
That's true. I know they're like, that's not that clever.
That's not clever.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
clever.
It's clever.
And so those are going to
It's
be
witty.
filling up a lot of that week. And then we also will have a lot of community service opportunities available that week. And I know for sure Rustin will be volunteering at Rolling Hills Ministries. And there was a whole, I think where Monroe is volunteering at the Soup Kitchen on Monday. There was a whole list of volunteer opportunities they had lined up. So we'll get that official list out to y'all too, because in case you want to participate and just, reach out into the community during Community College Week.
For sure.
And we'll also, I know, and I think West Monroe is also having one of these, but LDCC Monroe is having a club/spirit day. So you'll be able to come out, students will be able to come out and see our different clubs, organizations, probably get something to eat, because I know they always have something to eat at these things.
So y'all ignore the date. What is it again? April 8th through the 12th?
Yes, April 8th through the 12th.
But the graphic is still great, so we got to put that up. I mean, again, Cameron's doing it all, so we got to throw this up there.
It's this is actually came from LCTCS.
yeah.
So,
Oh, really?
Yeah, they had to change it
No
a
wonder
couple of
why.
times, like 6 months ago. So
If
I
it-
grabbed
if
the
it was
wrong
Cameron, No, if it was Cameron, it would have been perfect.
Yeah, well, we did go through a few date changes on that community college weekend before they actually settled on the 8th through the 12th.
Yeah,
So.
so April 8th through the 12th, Community
Yeah.
College Week, but
That
a
is
whole
it.
host of events, it sounds like.
Oh,
It's going to
yeah.
be a good time.
And more and more. And then one event that will also be going on during Community College Week, but also just for April, because April is Sexual Assault Awareness Month. Tracy will be hosting a consent and relationships workshop on the Monroe campus.
Oh, Tracy Clark. There
She's
we go.
hosting, and our featured speaker for that is Nitra Bell, Wellspring Sexual Assault Prevention Coordinator. So an expert on the subject coming in just to, educate. Also, there will be lunch provided. So
Wellspring.
come on out. Whoop, whoop. That's April 10th, 12:30 p.m.
Yeah, lots coming down the pipe.
Yep. And I think our next is going to
Segment
be...
is Ryan with a little bit of history.
Are you ready? Are you
I
ready?
don't know. I'm scared. This morning has been odd, so
It has been.
I feel like I should be doing a masterpiece theater, Where's my...
Right?
I did bring a pipe.
We should be at the
I
orchestra.
really did, and I meant to have it in my as I talk about the history
That
of April
would have been
Fools.
perfect.
Anywho, April Fool's
We
Day.
are tobacco free.
Oh.
I wouldn't actually put anything in. It doesn't even work like that. It's a fake one. If I tried to light that thing, I'd melt it.
And probably choke.
Yeah, never mind. That was April Fool's Day. Today,
You
ladies and
couldn't
gentlemen.
tell.
So
So,
there is no
So
consensus
Cheerio.
really on how this all began. I think CBS did a special on it this morning, and there's just all kinds of things. But what I read, I'll give you what I read. Okay, just hold it in. Apparently.
Oh my goodness.
Apparently, we used to use a different calendar
okay.
way long time ago.
All right.
That calendar was called the Julian calendar, created by Julius Caesar,
Ah, okay.
which saw every new year, begin on April 1st.
What?
Crazy, right?
What?
I know. Look at
Wild.
that. And so Pope Gregory VIII apparently created a new method for keeping track of days. That's the Gregorian calendar that we all
Yes,
know
that
and
we
love right
use
now.
now. Yeah.
And so, where should I be? Okay, here I go. Whenever I switch the camera, these things went away. So he created a new method of keeping track of days, which was the start of the calendar we all know and love, the Gregorian calendar. When he moved the dates of New Year's Eve, it obviously took some time for everyone to catch on. And so those that were a bit behind the times, which it took a while. We didn't have the internet back then.
Right.
So it took a while
What?
for everybody to
For everybody to
catch on,
receive the pigeon that had the note in it that
Yeah.
said, "Hey, we're not doing this anymore."
the world, or at least the European world, was moving on to January 1 being the new start New Year's. So those that were behind the times and were celebrating New Year's on April 1st were considered a bit foolish, and so that was April Fools. They were considered fools for celebrating
I
it
never
the
would
old
have
way.
guessed that's why.
I would not.
I mean,
wow.
look, this is one historical account. There's really no consensus on this whole thing, right? Okay, so
I
we
do
move
like
on.
that one though. That's funny.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's the one I'm going with.
There is also a reference to March 32nd in Geoffrey Chaucer's The Canterbury Tales, and some people think that that's something to consider about April Fool's Day, March 32nd. Those literary buffs, I'm thinking about some folks in the English department right now who could probably give me a whole host of information about that.
Yep.
But besides that, what was really funny about the website that I went to, which is nationaltoday.com,
Okay.
they had some interesting things to say. And they said they had some surveys they put out. Which best describes your attitudes towards April Fools? 45% of respondents say that they like it. 38 say that they love it.
Ooh,
Oh, I don't
popular.
like it. I love it.
I
And
want
then
some more
there were
of it.
14% that say that they actually don't like it.
Oh wow.
So there's some people that don't like April Fool's Day.
Sorry.
When asked,
Boo.
when they surveyed Americans, do you plan to play any pranks on April Fool's Day? 64% said yes, absolutely.
Really?
Yes. So this is, maybe more popular than people
Watch out,
thought.
y'all.
Yeah.
Stay safe
Oh
out
my
there.
goodness. I know. I was like, I don't have time for that.
Now,
But
the top 3 pranks to play on April Fool's Day, and I think this is obvious. Number 1, it was kind of tied. Mind game prank, like moving somebody's pen over.
Oh,
a
or
little
like
bit,
moving
or
their desk over an
desk-
inch
yeah,
or
yeah,
something
like
so
their
they bump into
phone,
it.
or something that
Yep.
they just don't notice it, and then before you know it, it's all the way across the other side of the room.
Yep.
That's funny.
Scare tactics like the rubber snake.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
How many people have done a whoopee cushion, or like in the past 10 years? That's so old, but I think about that. I remember that was the coolest thing I had in my arsenal.
When
of
you're a
prank stuff.
kid,
When I was
yes.
a kid, I
Yeah,
had the whoopee cushion.
yep.
But it was
Yes.
so hard because people always are looking down to make sure, like, what am I sitting?
You put it under like
Yeah.
a pillow or something. You got to be sneak or under like the couch cushion.
Oh, Cameron
Yeah.
telling herself. Y'all go to Cameron if you want to know how to prank.
Whoopee artist.
And then, of course, there's the lying prank, like, and this is talking about babies, saying that you're pregnant. When you're
Oh
really not.
yeah,
That was
that's a
one of
very
those.
popular one.
Oh, my
Yeah.
gosh,
All
yeah.
my friends be doing
No,
that.
I think my wife, I would die if she said that right now. Who are you going to play your April Fool's pranks on? Spouse, number 1, and friend are tied. Spouse and friend. Your kids came in at number 3
Oh,
since the first 2 were
funny.
tied. Co-workers, and then this is what was interesting to me. The 5th option in this, who would you play an April Fool's prank on? It's not your parents, it's your mom.
Yeah.
Mom,
Just
can
your
see
mom?
that. I
Beware,
can see
Mom.
that.
Stay
I
safe out
I
there.
can so see that.
Stay safe. That's all I gotta say.
Most popular reactions to getting pranked, 45% of people say they just smile and say that's a good one. 31% of Americans surveyed, they're going to prank you back. And 10% get mad.
Vengeful.
Revenge.
Right, but 10% get mad, but then they get over it. And it is a celebration that's had in many different cultures. So in France, it's called Poisson d'Avril.
Whoa.
Oh, look at
okay.
you, Ryan.
Look at your
French in kindergarten.
pronunciation.
Okay. Celebrate on April Fool's Day, April 1st. It's called April Fish due to the popular prank of sticking a paper fish on somebody's back.
Okay.
It's also celebrated in Scotland for those that they consider gullible, and in Denmark. But it's a month later. It's May 1st.
Oh, okay. They're different in
Yeah.
Denmark.
So-
Yeah. Yeah.
Anywho, and there's more. I mean,
They have a different
The website
calendar.
goes on and on about different things. So they say, what's the best way to get this going? April Fool's Day. Plan ahead. Watch YouTube.
No kidding.
Get
Oh my
ideas.
goodness. I need to start preparing for next year. I was
That-
not prepared for this
I
year.
mean, people are really, that's like a whole deal. I just, when I was a kid, that was like, a big deal. I thought about and planned ahead on stuff. And as an adult, it's like, man, I got deadlines. We finish this podcast. I'm like back at my desk. I have deadlines. I don't have time.
And whatever you do on April Fool's, make sure you do it with a straight face. In other words, you can't
Yep,
give it
that
away.
poker face.
Yep. I ain't got it. I will be like the whole time.
And then last thing, some famous April Fool's Day events. As part of a 1997 April Fool's Day joke, Alex Trebek, host of Jeopardy, swapped places with Wheel of Fortune's host Pat Sajak.
Oh.
That messed some people
In
up, I'm
97,
sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's like, I didn't, but wait a minute, the background says, but wait. Yeah, I'm sure that messed some people up.
And Netflix also on April 1st, 2015, shared a fake public service announcement to remind viewers to binge responsibly.
See,
That's
I was thinking, like, is there anything we could do on our social media for April Fool's? I was like, nope, I do not want to put out misinformation.
public
That is
service, 'cause-
so
yeah.
bad. So
Yep.
I was like, yeah, no, there's nothing we can do. We might can do a funny, TikTok or whatever, but
Yeah, you
That's
got to
it.
be really careful with those.
yep.
I almost didn't come in,
right.
y'all. That would have been great.
That would
Oh,
not
that would have
been
been the prank that, like, we would have been on the morning blitz. I would have got it, and then we'd have been like, Brian, wherever you are, you better get up here right now.
right now.
I don't think I'd have a spot on the show anymore. That'd be the other prank.
You're
that y'all
fired.
pull.
No, I'm just kidding.
No,
Fired
we
off
just
the morning
we just
blend.
would quit showing up.
Before we move on to the I want to say that Mary said Dr. Jones is killing it over there with the MLT program.
Yes,
we are
she
so
is.
fortunate to have her on our team. She's going to do great things for LDCC. Love
she
her.
will. Yes, she
Me
will.
too. I share the same sentiment, Mary. And then Matt also said to our "we need to call him" comment, send the hotline.
Working on that, Matt.
But he said that they focused on our CTE/Perkins programs. So that
Oh,
was the
okay.
focus on their Washington, D.C. trip. So
Cool
yeah.
beans.
I'm loving that our chat is so popping
It's so
this morning.
active today. Yeah, it's keeping me awake.
Wait, is this an April Fool's prank that everybody's like in the chat now? What is
They're
going on?
pranking us.
Ryan is feeling self-conscious. Oh my goodness,
I don't know about this, y'all.
that is too funny.
Well, thank y'all. Thank everybody
It's
for
gonna be-
participating.
Yes.
He's gonna be
Thank
walking
y'all.
around, looking all around him
Over my
today,
shoulder.
over his shoulder, behind his back.
So
All right,
everybody, all at once, we're going to our.
Wait, no.
Well, no housekeeping.
Oh, never mind. We're not.
Yeah, we do. We don't normally do this, but because we have so many reminders, so many pertinent deadlines, we're gonna throw some housekeeping stuff in for this week. So, for those of you who have SAC-COC portions that you have to write, the deadline is today to have it turned in to Danny. So, if you are responsible for writing some SACS narration, SAC-COC narratives. I said narration, narratives. And Danny has emailed that info to you. The deadline is today to have that turned in. Remember, this month we have to, for those of us who have budgetary responsibilities, remember budget stuff is due to Naomi, and I know it's in April. I can't remember the exact date. Requisition reminder.
I think that's April 15th.
That's April 15th, yeah. You can't do any requisitions past April 15th. Also, and I saw an email that came up from the chancellor. Dr. Esters, do your training.
Did you get busted for that too?
I did some, but I didn't do the ones where, you have to, we had like so many days to get it done, like 200 and some days. I didn't do those, but I did do the other ones, like the safety ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are easy.
So, but he did he sent an email out, because he's getting reminders about people who haven't completed their training. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm pretty sure, I don't know.
And for those
Yeah,
two,
I gotta take care of all of those, so I won't show up on the list.
I will say I'm almost done with mine. And my advice is to print out your certificates, keep them, because I think there was like a glitch or something where some of it got, like, people had to redo theirs.
Keep
But
those
if you-
electronic copies.
Yes, keep the PDF copies. I even printed mine out just to be safe. So,
Hey, Cameron, I got a surprise for you.
hey, what? Whoa! How did you
Plain-
even do
Yes,
that?
he did it so quickly.
Plain Jane, not the Cameron way, but I have my computer connected to the switcher today, and I was like, let me try to come in clutch real quick with this. So what we just said, there's no real information on there. Like
Yeah.
It's just
dates,
reminders.
But it's just like, hey, remember that SACS.
Well, SACS is due
CSC
today.
matters are due today, or whatever
Yeah.
Dr. Walker has set out for you
Love
to do for
see
today.
it.
Yeah.
Budget's due at some point in the near future. There's a requisition reminder to get those things in if you're going to order anything and complete your trainings one more time. Thank you so much. I'm going to move to, let's switch to Cameron's.
Wonderful graphic,
Yeah.
Brian. We love
Yeah.
to see it.
You can switch back. I'm gonna do this
There
real
we go.
quick. Our Monday morning motivation is gonna be so fast today.
Yes.
LOL Monday, laugh out loud. There are so many
Okay.
health benefits and mental benefits to laughing
Mm-hmm.
that I want to remind us to learn to laugh at ourselves.
Oh, yes.
Don't take ourselves so seriously,
Mm.
and then just laugh and enjoy your coworkers, your family, because it really does. Have health benefits. And you say, yeah, you've heard that, but you don't know how true that is. Look,
Cameron, you made me feel bad this morning because you said, yeah, you're coming in, bedhead and all that. And I was like, this is the way my hair looks every day.
Oh
So
my God, Brian, I was just messing with
laugh
you.
at yourself.
I was
okay.
just messing.
No, that's what I'm saying. But it's
So
funny, it's
some
hilarious. So.
some physical health benefits is
I don't
it.
think your hair can be messy, Ryan. It's
Oh, see,
just,
here we
you
go.
know.
Okay, Cameron, let him have his hair because it's
No,
not getting
I
any
just
better.
meant like his
I
hair's
know.
always to his head.
This is the point, right? We're laughing. Maybe.
All right. So it
This
boosts
is all intentional.
immunity. It lowers stress hormones. It decreases pain. It relaxes your muscles, prevents or helps prevent heart disease. It adds joy and zest to life. It eases anxiety and tension, relieves stress, improves your mood, and strengthens resilience. It really does improve your mood because it's hard to be mad when you are laughing.
What about when you laugh so hard you cry? Is that a good thing too?
That is
Yeah.
a good thing.
Okay.
That
The
is a good
best,
thing.
arguably.
Yeah.
Cameron, I'm
It
about to
also
cry right
strengthens
now.
relationships, you know, the way that we are strengthened every broadcast. It seems like every
Never
podcast.
living it down.
All right. So it promotes group bonding like what's happening here. Y'all, it's been real. It's been a Monday.
I'm so
It's been an
sorry.
April 1st. We'll see y'all next week.
See ya.
Wait, you serious? That's it? Wait a minute. Okay, can we get some music going out?
I don't know. I wasn't there. Let me
Okay.
see. Okay.
Oh my gosh,
From
y'all.
there we go. Okay. All right. Bye, y'all.